Hi, second graders. Today's story is from Knowledge 6, Lesson 6, called Which Came First, the Chicken or the Egg? Before I begin our read aloud, I'm going to introduce you to our vocabulary words. Our first vocabulary word for today's story is the word embryo. Repeat after me. Embryo. Embryo is an unborn or unhatched animal early in its development. Our next vocabulary word is the word fertilize. Say fertilize. Fertilize means to make an egg able to grow and develop into a chick. Our last vocabulary word is the word replenished. Say replenished. Replenished means replaced or refilled. A chicken is a type of bird. Did you know that there are more chickens in our world than any other type of bird? In fact, there are more chickens on Earth than people. Like almost all birds, chickens have feathers and wings, and they lay eggs. Chickens can fly, but not very far. Have you ever heard the question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Listen carefully to this lesson on the life cycle of a chicken, and you'll see why that question is so difficult to answer. All living things go through a sequence of stages from birth to adult called a life cycle. The life cycle of plants and trees begins with seeds. The life cycles of chickens begin with eggs. Have you ever cracked an egg open? The outer layer that you crack is called the eggshell. Eggshells can be many different colors, including white, light brown, speckled, pale blue, or even green. Inside the shell, the egg consists of a yellow yolk, which is made mostly of fat, and a clear part called the albumin. Do you know what a female chicken is called? A female chicken is called a hen. Do you know what a male chicken is called? A male chicken is called a rooster. Hens lay eggs. Not all eggs become baby chickens or chicks though. In order to produce chicks, a rooster must fertilize the eggs before the hen lays them. Eggs that are not fertilized do not become baby chickens. They are sent to stores so that people can buy them and eat them. As soon as the hen lays her fertilized eggs, she begins to take care for them. The hen will sit on the eggs and even turn the eggs to make sure that they stay warm. The eggs need to stay warm for 21 days in order to develop into chicks. Let's find out what happens inside the egg during that time. Inside the fertilized egg, great changes are happening. A tiny embryo is developing inside the egg. The embryo needs food, water, and oxygen to grow and develop. Within 48 hours of fertilization, tiny red blood vessels spread out from the embryo to the yolk and to the inside of the shell. Directly under the shell are two membranes or air sacs containing oxygen. As the embryo develops and grows into a chick, it uses this oxygen. The supply of oxygen is replenished or replaced as oxygen passes through the shell of the egg. How does oxygen pass through the shell of the egg? If you look at an eggshell under a magnifying glass, you will see it has tiny holes called pores that allow oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. The part of the egg inside the shell contains all the food the growing embryo needs to develop into a fully formed chick. The yellow yolk provides the food necessary for the embryo to grow big and strong. The clear part of the egg, or albumin, surrounds the yolk and provides the growing embryo with more food and water. The first part to develop is the chick's nervous system. Then the brain starts to form, and then the heart starts to beat. After 5 days, the wings and the legs begin to develop. After 7 days, the embryo is fully formed, but is quite tiny. Around the 10th day, feathers begin to develop and the growth of the fully formed embryo into a chick accelerates or speeds up. As the chick grows, it uses up its food supply. After 20 days inside the egg, the chick pierces or makes a hole in the air sac and begins to breathe its air with its own lungs for the first time. This means that the chick is ready to hatch out of the egg. The chick begins to chirp to let its mother know that it will soon be in the outside world. On the 21st day, the chick uses its egg tooth to chip a circle around the inside of the shell. It pushes inside against the sides of the egg with its body to break open the shell. When the chick first emerges, it is tired from the effort of breaking out of its shell. It is also wet. Before long, however, the feathers dry out and become lovely and fluffy. The mother hen, having cared for her eggs, continues to care for her chicks. She will shelter them under her wings to keep them warm and dry. Chicks know instinctively how to scratch around in the dirt for food. For the first 2 weeks, the chicks stay close to their mother. Chicks grow quickly in the first months of their lives. When a female is about 6 months old, she'll begin to lay eggs. These first eggs will be quite small though. Interestingly, females are called pullets, not hens, until they are about 1 year old. Roosters are able to fertilize eggs at a similar age. And so the life cycle begins all over again. A rooster fertilizes eggs before a hen lays them. The hen will care for the fertilized eggs and keep them warm. And after 21 days, the eggs will hatch and new chicks will emerge. Now that you know more about the life cycle of a chicken, which do you think came first, the chicken or the egg?